How's work?
Oh man, you know it's work.
It's the best, isn't it?
You know that's all it is, man. It actually wasn't too bad yesterday. I couldn't complain.
No.
Didn't do anything. I just started that background friend.
Yeah, I want to see if I can put these headphones on.
Yeah, supposedly his interview didn't go too well, but they're like maybe he's just not a good interviewer. So, I'm like, well, I mean he's got enough fucking experience and shit, right?
Yeah.
With Chicago, like why would you not, what I mean?
Right.
Take a chance just because he didn't do supposedly well on his interview. Fuck that.
Right.
So, I mean, he already reached out to me and everything about really quick. So
That's good.
yeah, I got it set up. I'm gonna do a phone interview with him next Sunday, and then like right when the shift starts. And
Awesome.
then start knocking out, fucking doing everything else I gotta do.
This headphone doesn't want to connect. Come on, man. It just yesterday it ripped up, man.
Dude, that was an insane move. I think it went from, let's see, and the NQ followed. I mean, you're talking about it went from
They both just kept going.
44.52 ish all the way until, I mean, you could have caught this last at this top of 44.75.
I'm gonna see if it wants to go back to.
Well, it's got a lot to move down. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it has downside, but also it doesn't even have to. That's the thing. I'm just gonna see what price action does. So, but I can see if it breaks below, if the S&P breaks below 75, it's got room down to 52, even down to 35 because it gapped up that day. Let me see something. I'm gonna disconnect from there real quick, and I'm gonna reconnect just to see if I can.
You're good.
I don't know how to disconnect. Can you hear me?
Yep.
God damn it! Doesn't want to go through my headphones.
You have to go through the settings on Discord and make sure that you're set up with your headphones. You can set up your input and output.
Settings, voice and video, output device, headphones.
Yeah. Input. Sure it's
Still not showing up here. I probably have to close out. Hold on a second. One more time. Yeah, so I have my levels drawn up here. Still got my.
Is it fixed or no?
No, hold on. I'm gonna close that.
Make sure your settings on like your actual computer are your headphones as well.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not saying connected. Let me see if I can do this. Because it says the Bluetooth device is connected, but it's not saying what it needs to say. Let's see. Yeah. You'll just be a special guest speaker on the live stream, that's all.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go. Well, I don't know. The NQ is definitely like everything's below the VWAP as well, though. So it's like Or
Yeah, I gotta readjust these levels now that I'm here. Okay.
could
Jesus
push up
Christ.
over yesterday's
It's
highs.
all it's so tightly wound overnight, right? The problem is
Yeah, but it's,
it made this overnight high, and now is the all-time high overnight. So it might push up to that, clear that out, and then run down. Oh, or it could still bust above it. I'm gonna use this as the overnight high, even though it's not.
what do you use in the 44.92?
That is technically the overnight high and the all-time high. So I'm just leaving it as the all-time high at the moment, and then I'm just gonna use this resistance level at 85.25 as the
Yeah.
overnight high. The close is correct. It's at 44.76.25. Previous day low is at the open. But the close of 2 days ago, this blue line here, I have going is a pretty solid resistance level. I drew that up, oh man, probably Sunday night sometime. And then it came right back down to it once it broke it. So it looks like it wants to come to there if it does, but it still could just keep ripping up. All right, let's see the NASDAQ. Did the same thing. Pushed up overnight, 15384.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gone down on the.
Previous day close is good. Previous day high is not. I could put that there actually now, since it's not the high anymore. High on that candle is 337.50. Just drawing up levels. So previous day close, there's a chance it does push to that. I'm leaving the overnight high for the NASDAQ. Previous day overnight high. No, I'm probably gonna move that. Where do I want to put it?
Yeah, the NASDAQ is like in the middle of this like little. I can see it ripping straight down.
Yep. I think on the open, there's a good chance it could. I mean, we got previous day close as targets for that first rip down. It could choose either direction right now tonight. I mean, on the open, it could rip up to that high, or it could push down. Pre-market scans. Let's see, just see what's going on. Let's go with top 10% gain. No, nothing big. I didn't set I forgot that I'm on the new computer. I gotta set these. Market cap in millions. And then volume, I want that to be 5,000. Percent change doesn't matter to me. That's not ready there. There we go. See how these charts are looking. Salesforce is up overnight. DocuSign up overnight. fire shit the bed. Let's see what happens on this. I probably have to restart the laptop to get the headphones to connect. I do have like a cord that'll go into it, but I don't know where I put the case for the headphones. Yeah, I'm going to be executing on here. Wonder if that worked. Nope. That worked. There we go. There we go. Just needed to plug her in. 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes till opening bell. My squeeze indicators are showing some negative pressure on these. So I mean, we're sitting at this value here. Like I said, if it breaks below 15,300, you have to the downside to this dark blue line, and then same on here. The green line above is the high, so we have that. I'll go to the 5-minute chart for the open. It's at a value. So if you set up a TraderVate, so I don't know if you're looking at my screen right now or not, but I'll let you let me know when you get on so I could tell you how to adjust it a little bit. It is sitting below the VWAP. 1 minute left to open. So you see how this is, I can move it and I can now see above and below and it holds. Yours snaps back, right? Pretty sure you go to click that. Nope. Gotta remember where I did it now too, that I'm telling you how to do it. Yeah. So you see the settings? It's the little gray box. It's auto fit chart. Click that auto fit chart, and that should uncheck it, and it should make it work out. That little square here, chart settings. You unclick auto fit chart. Right here on the top, next to your bars, chart type, chart settings is the second one. So we got. Click that and then click auto fit chart, and it should auto fit and you can move it around. All right. Yeah, so just bouncing back and forth. Yeah, it's pushing up above the VWAP. Like I said, I let this 5-minute candle close. It's in this little value zone. If it busts above 35, it needs to hold above. 55. If it holds above 55, 56, this little gray box that I'm gonna drop here. If it could break above this, that's a little value zone. S&P pushed down on the open right to my little resistance level. It does say previous day high, but it's not. Yeah, click that off. Yeah. Looks like it's going to reject the upside, but I got to see where it wants to go, to be honest, and on the close of this candle, because that's just very indecisive for me. It went into the little zone that I drew up here, and then it totally rejected it. Yeah, if we could bust through the close, we have. We do have a mean reversion playing out where it probably would push down to where I have my overnight high. It's really just a structure setup, 15,262. So if it breaks the close, we have down to 262 and further. If it breaks above 56, 57-ish, we have to the all-time high. Just kind of gotta see what it wants to do. Alright, I'm gonna check it out on the. It's nice actually having a computer that works. I'll get my new monitor today. That's nice too. So the ES looking like it wants to revert back to this moving average at 4460 potentially. See what the NQ wants to do. It's sitting on the point of control. Now it's pushing up. It's just sitting there. Like the open is very back and forth. Super indecisive. So what I say, I want it to break down below. Well, the close was 06.50. 506.50, huh? I think I'm gonna probably sell it on the close of this candle. We whooshy. Be a little patient with it. It does have a little bit of blue momentum on the squeeze chart. So it's not like the upside momentum is going away, but it's also not strong. It's like not a very large momentum candle we had. That's why I like to let that first 5-minute close at least before I decide on the next entry. Because this could close here and then it could just rip up, you know? There it is. I'm just gonna see something here before I decide. We have it down to 65, 5265. What do I have on this chart? Yeah, 62. Yeah. I think I sell it there. Get an early jump on it. sell it here and then see if it'll revert back to at least the close, and then down to so 06 and then down to 62. See if I can catch a little move there.
Order filled.
If it breaks the base, I may add another to get it to 62. No, I sold the NASDAQ, but it's rejecting at the moment. $15318, and there it goes, ripping to the upside. I'm gonna actually leave that above the VWAP. My stop. If it busts above the VWAP, it's gonna rip up. It's got that momentum at the moment for some reason. It's pushing back. I think I'm gonna close that. Gonna give it a second to breathe. There it goes. Exit market. Yeah. Let's see what it does on that minute there. I don't think I want it to be up there at all. There's just so many orders down here at like this big volume, you know, this is just a point of control. So it needs to bust down below that. A lot of the market watch, it's green. NASDAQ's pretty green. Microsoft's futures. Could be just a back and forth kind of day. I still don't believe it wants to be up there. It is a pretty strong. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this on the minute because we're back in this little value spot here. It could have just been a fake out to the downside. Oh, there we go. Come on. To be honest, I was really thinking about adding on at the VWAP. Probably would have at least got my cost average down. But it's just, yeah, I'm not trying to get it ripped out right now. Yeah, I would be. Yep. We got Doge. This 15327 is pretty solid resistance also. just sitting here. The point of control is 27. If it blows below 27, maybe I might add, like it blows and holds down below. That's maybe I'll add a short, but I think it still would like to go to the close of yesterday at least, just to clear that out. My only issue is that the highs were created in the aftermarket hours. It just keeps bouncing off 15,327. It doesn't. Yeah, it's very indecisive right now. What do we got here? The Dow is like up 60 something points. It's all kind of just green, but borderline wanting to go red. You know what it's doing? It's just pissing us all off. Not right off the jump, obviously. That's what pissed me off yesterday being at training. You miss out on the, not that like I would have caught that whole move, but I would have caught the move and then been done, and that's it. Yeah. I did a great job of buying in at the very bottom of, selling at the very bottom of this though at the moment. It does. It's just like fucking tickling it. The 30-minute candle is still green, but it's rejecting that zone. It needs to be below 37. That's the overnight previous day high. It got close to the previous day close overnight though. I don't think that that's something that we want to keep. I think it wants to hold. It doesn't, no. It does have this pressure to the upside, though. Looks like it wants to go up, so give it a couple more seconds to decide if it's holding up there, and then I'm gonna get out. It's not. Patience on this one, man. Nope. it's trying to shake people out to the upside, get longs involved, and then rip back down again. It's a very indecisive day, is what it is. I'll put my stop up there. Up there, because I don't want to get ripped out. It's fine. Squeeze showing me a little bit of momentum to the upside, but that is not the case on the 30-minute. It's still downside momentum. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't know where it wants to go, but it looks like it's just going to continue to march up from yesterday, to be honest, I guess. This is the ES. I'm going to go to the NASDAQ since I'm in the NASDAQ trade. Just, yeah. It's probably just going to sit in that VWAP, right? Until it rips up or rips down. I know. Yeah, it does seem that. It does seem that way. 84 is the high. 70 is the base of that. So if I could, there's a sell order right here. Maybe it pushes down again. Alright, Microsoft's turning red, Nvidia's turning red, Apple's basically flat. Maybe that'll follow that. That would be nice, yes, because I would prefer not to take this loss, but, you know. Yeah, I definitely should have either been in at 27, looking at my entry point. I think I got in just a touch early. Yeah, it's just sitting on top of this previous structure at 3.5. It looks like it's going to try and march up. Yeah. If I do get stopped here, I'm going to be pretty patient on the next entry. Look to go above, possibly. If it does shoot up, hold above 55. Pull up to 75. If I don't get stopped out and I continue to hold, then I hold down below here. We want it to get to 65. It's probably going to get around 70 if it does push to the downside. Clear out some of that. And then, who knows where it goes from there. I would put a second sell stop here. Trading days. Oh, the best days. Oops. It's just so much inventory down below that I feel like it just needs to clear it out before it does rip up. Like, it ripped up too quick overnight. That it was flat for the most part, but like it ripped up so much yesterday on nothing, right? Like the Jackson Hole meetings potentially. But the tapering is not great for this futures. That's what I don't think is. But I'm not really certain about what they're gonna do, so didn't really say, right? German economic stronger than expected. Finland jobs rate declines. Sorry. Keep on coming in waves. Keep coming in waves. Oh, I didn't take that. Give me a second. Oh, there goes the S&P, so NASDAQ probably can follow. Unless they're just trying to double top it on the ES. It needs to flush 27. If it flushes 27, it has some downside. Yeah. I had to go grab some Alpha Brain. I'm tightening my stop a little bit. I don't want to take a giant loss if it uses this as a bounce point. But at the VWAP. It's at the point of control. Is it going to bounce? Is it going to push through it and push to the downside? Probably not. It's probably going to rip up, stop me out, and then rip up some more. Or rip down as soon as it stops me out. Put it right above the VWAP. I would like to not get just tickled out. That would be that's my least favorite thing in this game. Yep. You got this squeeze bar that's hovering around dark blue and light blue, which to me says that there's possibly a change in momentum, and the momentum was going to the upside. It is now trying to push down. I have this candle here that's a rejection candle for that level that I drew up. So it's doesn't want to push higher, but it also doesn't want to push lower. So like we said, it could just do this whole game right here the rest of the day. Yeah, 9 o'clock is also a nice little time because it's 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll see what happens. I gotta register my truck today in Texas because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I got told So I need to do that. I don't know. Somebody does, but I have to do it because they don't like seeing that plate. Yeah, there's no other reason. Man, that yellow New York plate. I mean, it is gross looking, but damn. It was. So I went to go get the truck inspected, and I couldn't get it inspected until I changed my insurance to Texas, apparently. So I had to go call my insurance company, switch my stuff to Texas. Then, after I switched that, then I could go get my truck inspected, and then after that, I could get it registered in Texas. But here we go. We're gonna get stopped out real quick, and then it's gonna rip to the downside. I'm gonna be one tick away from getting ripped out, and then that's that. It's just one of those days. I mean, I'm super patient right now, but it's amazing how I picked the freaking decision points. I always pick the decision point, right? It's either it's gonna reverse and I'll be down right away, or it'll rip down. And I mean, it's good. Like I have a good feel where the markets are going, but I don't want to get stopped out by one tick. But I have a feeling if it rips there we go. Okay, stop filled. 46. So I'm gonna stay out for a second and let this market decide which way it wants to go because it doesn't have a clue. One loss on the day, not a big deal, because I can make that up with a good move. I automatically have my brackets set, right? So down here it says brackets. Click the bracket and then you can do that, but the setting little gearbox, you can create your own new bracket. You can make it whatever. Click the plus button here and then you can set it up how you want it to have it. You know, I have it set up so it goes immediately to 23 ticks above my entry or below my entry, and then I will adjust it from there as I feel fit. But like if I enter and it rips through that right away, I definitely don't want to still be in. So I don't mind having it that tight. I don't have any clear entries at this point. My first entry was fine. I just probably should have entered more closer to 27. I entered it just no. If it had a decision to make, it needs to, like I said, it has to be above 55 for me to enter long, and below now I gotta just watch the downside momentum and see what happens with that. And the ES is just doing the same thing. They're both just super flat. Like it's not worth. If it does, if the ES breaks that 85, there's a chance it could push up to the 92 again. But it's just super range bound. I mean, not even range bound. It's just flat all overnight. Didn't do anything. It just, and then now, I mean, it did last night. It popped off at 1:30 a.m. and then just returned back to where it was. So it's just kind of, this is like exactly where it wants to be. And until it decides a direction, I should stay out. Which is going to do probably is I do want to have this sitting stop order down here. If it does break there, I would like to see it go all the way down to 65. And then a buy order of 55. Let's see what happens with that. Are you on your Tradeovate? You're on the demo? Nice. Alright, so if while we're just sitting here looking at this, if you want to look at my screen and you see that you see these charts. So this is the futures tab. Let me know when you're on. You're cool. I have it like this because when I do have my dual monitors, I can expand that a little bit better. This is just kind of so I could see it. So, okay, so if you go to the trade tab, and then go to the futures trader tab. Top right corner here. You see on my screen, right by like on demand, just below that, there's this box. Yours is gonna look like a bunch of boxes like this. Just click that, and then you can click right here, the second box down, and it'll create just 2 active trader setups. All right. So then when you have that, that'll create this. And then on the right here, you have the chart button, the AT button, which is the active trader, and then the trade button, which is this on top. So I usually only have those 3 checked, the chart and the active trader. You could have level 2s if you want, just so you can see what the prices are. But there it goes to the upside. It'll show like the dashboard and whatnot. I think if you just put on the C, if you click the C, it'll pop the chart out. So we need to see this break up. If it holds right now above here, like I said, 55 is probably the number where if it holds above, it's going to go back to the highs. And the only reason I think it could go to those highs is because that was overnight. Where at? On my TD. So I'm here. What are you looking at? So each one of these is a separate box, right? And if you click on them, the bar turns blue, right? So it's like how I have it like this. So you can click on the sidebar and click and drag, and you can make them bigger. Anywhere on the screen that's not a drawing, double click it. And then that brings out the main chart, and then you can click and drag. As long as you go straight across, it'll zoom into the time period that you want to see, right? Click and drag straight across. That'll have your time period. I double click that so I can make it bigger. I can see just this one, and then you can double click and go back down. And then if you go from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom while it's in the middle, it could expand out those candles a little bit more so you have a little bit more information. Or you could use the right side to make it bigger or smaller. Yeah, but just double clicking gets it back to full size. It's rejecting this box hardcore, but it's just not choosing if it wants to short from there or if it just wants to continuously go into it and out of it. So it might just want to sit inside of it because that to me is that value area. U.S. new home sales rose by 1%. S&P and NASDAQ hit highest intraday levels. You got that already. I'm surprised with, I mean, maybe not so much with yesterday's big move that there's just nothing going on right now. ES is losing a little bit of upside momentum, and it's pushing below the VWAP. So there's a sign of things to potentially come. But the NASDAQ still has a little bit of pressure to the upside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stopped myself out kind of quick on that, but I didn't want to stay in that if it's going to keep pushing up, chopping around. I have 2 orders set. If it pushes above 57.25, I have a buy order. If it pushes below 307.75, I have a sell order in play. So if it picks a direction and just busts out of this compression that I see going on, then it should at least have a little bit of upside or a little bit of downside to them, because it's just too much winding up for nothing to happen. Everything that you do on your charts as far as settings and all that is just finding what feels comfortable to you and like just kind of like playing with it and seeing what kind of things that you like as far as how it's set up. Like I like it like this, some people don't like it like this. Some people like, you know, having a bunch of charts like, okay, so we got some play going on here.
Stop filled.
Oh, I got entered into something long. That was interesting. Probably just got faked into that too. Yeah, it should save. I mean, but sometimes it doesn't. So you could go to the top right corner and click save. Up here, I believe, setup, and then go to save workspace as, and that'll save it. So we did break above it, and I did get entered. So now we're looking to catch above that all-time high. That'd be nice. Gonna probably want to go to this 75 since it did break above. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Did it fake me in? Keep on coming in waves. Keep coming in waves. Songs get stuck in my head like crazy, man. Right to the top of that value box and then down. Oops. If it comes back to 60, I might add a second. I need to see it rejected though.
Order filled.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a second because I think it's going to go up to 75-ish. Now that it's broke above, but I need to see it keep holding. The only reason I say 75, it's a base of that, or it's like right in the middle of that last night's little consolidation up there. And since it broke the consolidation that it broke down on, there's a chance since it came back, tested it, looks like it wants to go back up, but now it's pushing back down again. So I'm on fire right now. You click on drawing tools, and then you click volume profile, and then you'll have to click on the screen what time period you want to show. So you like click out all the way out here somewhere, and then you'll just drag it out to this point, and then it'll show that volume profile for that time period. I'm getting fucking hammered.
Stop filled.
Oh, that's a Tiki Squeeze. I had to, yeah. Yeah, community stuff. That's gonna fucking kill me if that rips up now. Got one trade left in me. Fuck me, man. Yeah. Annoying. Getting whipped around. Had the right plan in place. No, it's good. I think I'm still good on that entry. I don't know why I did.
Order filled. Order filled.
Bust through this. Give me the 75, please. That would be the nice thing to do. Because the S&P is ripping up now. Nasdaq just needs to break above this. Figuring out the squeeze indicator or no? You got it? Cool. Just knocking on the door at 65. Doesn't want to push through it. That was in the drawing tools. Yeah. Yep. And then you just click and drag it across as far as you want it to go, as far a time period. I've done it over the last couple weeks, but you could do it for the day. You could do it for just you have to just adjust the little side areas of it. This needs to break out of 65, and then we should get to 75. Hold above 65. Come on, baby. Nope. And we're going to stop that. No, we're not. It has that upside right now. Do I risk another 100 just to catch it up? I want to let it breathe. It's just so hard with today's environment. There's just that volume up there at 75 that tells me that it still wants to gravitate to it, and 65 here, it just keeps holding it. So I'll probably get stopped out if it doesn't push through it yet. I mean, it's just got to have that one big green candle out of there. It's been wanting it. At this point, I'm going to hold it just below there because I need to secure some profits on a win here. It needs to hold at 65. Trying to do. It's trying real hard.
Stop filled.
Nope. I bet you it rips up now. Yeah, I'm just gonna look to get break even today. 65 it just needs to hold, dude. It's just having a hard time. If it breaks down though, it's gonna pump down again. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to secure those profits. As I go. There it is. And down.
Alright, celebrate what we drew.
awesome, buddy.
Getting a little tired.
That could have been a little bit looser on that stop, but I had to get that 200 and something back on that. It wants to break above, but it also at the same time, like you could see that diminishing momentum. Like it's gonna wind up here and either pick up or down. I'm on the wrong chart. That's why I was on the 1 minute. That's what killed me. See, you make some mistakes here. But if it breaks down below 60, I still think up to 75 is where it wants to be. There it goes. The analysis is there. It's just not playing out the way it should today. The way I want it to. Not the way it should. It does whatever it wants to do. $75 is in its sights, but the ES is rejected. Yeah, yeah. It's a shit day. They might want to sell off. It might be a short on both. Below 85 to me would be an S&P short, but it just has this momentum going right now that people just can't stop buying. Yeah, below 85 to the downside. It's got that squeeze popping off again to the upside. It might just grind up. A lot of these days they just grind up. Take a quick little piece of this. Yeah, there it goes. We're at 9:30, so it just hit that half hour candle closed. Pretty solid up move on the 30 minutes here. We're hovering in this range, right, where it's just difficult to pick a direction because it's so extended from yesterday, but at the same time it could still continue to extend. I'm still guessing that 75 is going to be that target for NQ. From the the S&P below 85, you at least have to 81, and then 77 would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'll set a stop down there. Sell stop down below 84.50, but If it does break above that 87, yeah. Yeah, my problem was on that Nasdaq. I think I was just a little too tight with the stop. That's all. Because there it goes to 75. Boom, right to it. It literally just ripped to it. And now it's gonna. Yeah, there was a ton of orders that I needed to clear out. I just got short on the S&P. Oh, I'm short too, apparently. Yeah. That needs to go back to 1. Below 85. Hopefully, I mean, now we could just sell off to 83 the VWAP, 79, 77, 76 is the previous day close. So anywhere between that 78 and 76 potentially could be it, but it's still rejecting that overnight, that support level that I drew on the overnight. So it's tough. 85. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I got filled on that, to be honest. Did it just come right to my order and fill it? Then bounce right back out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna screw this guy today. That's the kind of weeks I've been having with this account lately. Been too tight with things. Just holding above there, man. I gotta start waiting for some of these candles to close a bit more. Cause I don't like what I have been doing with my entries. $75 was hit on the NASDAQ, so that analysis was good. I just was fucking done with the tight stop. But I had to secure that, right? Right now, I just gotta grind back until I'm starting to, I could take more risks on my. Yeah, I'm getting way too close to my. Yep. That's exactly what you want to do. Yep. 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 Exactly. You didn't bring your dog to the vet? Nice. Good shit. Right? Yeah, I think it wants to probably bust through it right now at this point. Yeah. We don't know shit. It just does what it wants to do. Yep. It really is. You just try to get yourself to a point where it's best opportunity. I'm gonna actually get out right here, I think, because I don't want to lose more than I just got back. Yeah,
Order filled.
I'm gonna guarantee it goes down now by getting out. There you go. You're welcome. I know what I'm fucking doing. It just pissing me off because I'm, like this last trade, right? The Nasdaq. I have what I wanted to do. I had understood the mechanics behind it, and then I just didn't let my analysis play out. So I want to see what happens with 84. I'll shoot my shot at one more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been just fucking myself, to be honest. Been just grinding and grinding and grinding the last few weeks. Yeah. Right? Just, yeah. Get a clue. Yeah. Yeah, do something. This is a beautiful chart. I think it does. I mean, there's sell orders at 90. There's sell orders. It does want to go up, but it just doesn't really want to go up. I think you do have a good chance to that downside. I just couldn't take any more risk on it to be like, if it pops off. Oh, yeah, you were at a good entry. Decent entry, I guess. Yeah, just not doing anything. I think there's just a few more orders at 84 on the NASDAQ. It's still, since it got up there, there's a good chance that it's going to get up there one more time, clear it out, and sell off. It could possibly not touch it, but of course I'm down. PayPal's up $70. CVS down. There it goes down again. Mm-hmm. It just does not want to clear 87. That's like a wall of sell orders there. Yeah. Super interesting. Yeah. You would think, right? I'm a little pissed off about that NASDAQ trade. I'm saying if this ES breaks above 87, there has to be just upside to 90. Yeah. Just rejecting. It's crazy. That's just, it's rare that you do see that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, do your analysis, figure out what you think is going to happen, and just go for it. $87.50 to 90. Maybe that could be it. There's a little sell on the NASDAQ. If it holds below there, I'm probably going to take that. Below 69. Got a long time to hold on this candle. I mean, it's there it goes. Hilarious. There it goes. He's just, yeah, that's exactly where I expected it to start selling at 69. It just didn't give me a second to think, which it doesn't have to 55. Push up a little bit so I can get an entry. There's somebody at my door. UPS. Hold on.
Order
Of
filled.
course, my order's gonna get filled. There we go. Something's good. Got my monitor. Big time delivery. Sell at 65. Yeah. Fucking chasing today. I just everything. The last few days I've been just chasing things. I was looking to get in at the top there at fucking 5.8, 380, 15,380. I just didn't pull the trigger on it, and I mean I got a good, decent entry. 65 was the resistance before, so I'm trying to get it to flush through it down to 55. It opened above it. It's still just that S&P is just playing trickery games. I know. Yep. Maybe that's just a trick. It could be just a trap to get people long. Yeah, I mean 90 is, there's a ton of orders at 90. That's what it looks like. As far as well, not a ton, but there is a sell order up there. A decent sized sell order. Yep. I'm a mess. I want to kill a little time with you. So this trade is, I'm gonna let it just sit for a second, cause gonna let it breathe. If it goes down to, if it stops me out, it's my last trade of the day. If not, then I'm gonna see if I could take it down to that 27 level again. That's that point of control. That would be a nice little rundown. Basically make me break even on the day, because I don't want to add anything to it based on the way it's, you know, been. Oh, there's a big sell. Actually, I'm not gonna not leave. I'm gonna trail my stop on this to break even. No, it's got some sells. It's got, that was a pretty powerful sell side move there. Now that I'm at basically break even, I can just let this do its thing and see if we can get down to where I could hope it to get. We're pushing into that value box that I drew up. To me, potentially it could be a long off of that, just based on the price action today. But it just, I know it needs to like hold in here. 55. Like that was just such a strong move to the downside that there we go. It went right to 55. Your entry was 85? It's amazing the way it looks, right? Like I said, I thought that was probably a manipulation to get people involved long, to pull it short. Like that's what that looked like to me. Just, oh, we're gonna go long, we're gonna spot out and then pop out and then rip it short. Talking it all out.
Order filled.
Yeah, I added a second one because I was protected. So if I can take it and only have a small loss on it, I'll still want it to go short more. Risk 125 to make a solid move to the downside. Give me to that VWAP, hopefully. Yeah, you just want to coach it down. Coach it down. Yeah, just slowly grind down. I don't care. Till close. If it just keeps going down and till close, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. It's been enough. You tried again. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Let it run. There's your flush, bro. You got that sell side a bit. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you need 10 o'clock to come, and you need another just big negative sell side candle. I need Nasdaq to hold below 55. That's the real point that I feel is gonna control today. There's a decent push. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 81.82 is your... Yeah. That was your plan, right? So... That'd be nice, yeah. That's the goal, yeah. If you just lose small losing days is the thing. Because you could have a decent winning day or two decent winning days in a row. I mean, I was on fire for a while, and now I've hit my cold streak right at the perfect time of when I get funded. So, I mean, I'm just trying to stay in the game at this point and then just continue to execute on my setups that I see. I mean, I just gotta, to be honest, I mean, 2 weeks ago, most of my trades were good, and then I just would do some stupid stuff and get out. You know, I should have been out, and I wasn't, type deals. At this point, it seems like it's going to hold that resistance now, you know. This is going to be my first real week sitting down here trading, having full days of analysis. So that's what I'm hoping that it's just going to be that step in the right direction. Yeah. 55. If I flush 55 on the NASDAQ, I could be looking at 27 to be my target. There's just a lot of orders down there. There's single prints up top, though. This is like this little bit of orders that, like I said, doesn't like to leave those, but hopefully it does. I'd love to close the gap. We're accepting into this gray box, and if we could range around 45, it would be the bottom. If it clears 45, I could look to that close at 27, being the point of control, but it's going to reject the box again. We opened. Okay, that's what that is. 27 is the open. If I break and hold below 55, that's when I'm going to move my stop to break even and then hope to let it run out below there. I just don't want to move it too soon because that's what I've been doing and getting stopped out on it. there's still this wall at 55. Let's see what that 1 minute looks like. Gross. Yeah, there you go. Flush 55, and then we should be good to go to the downside. There we go. I'm going to push that there. Hold below 55. $45 is the next resistance. If we flush 45, then we got down. I'm going to put my stop just above 55. Need to flush 45. Lower high, looking for a lower low. 27. Cancel that. Do I want to not have it at break even? 30 minutes, 5 minutes. No. Not trying to get whipped out on this. The momentum here was good. Oh, it was pushing as soon as you walked away, and it rejected. Both of them rejected on the VWAP. Yeah. I really was up on that trade. I was about right around 500 on that one, and I am now back to break even. So I'm just looking to not lose 150. If I do, I'm gonna get out. I'm just looking for this to be more of like a head and shoulders type deal here. Kind of what it looks like it wants to be. Setting up for a nice head and shoulders pattern. Even on the 1 minute, I think we could flush to the downside if we do get that break. It's just it needs a bit more downside pressure. 5 minutes. Oh man, I mean that's a great position for a long there on that VWAP. Rejecting the value area high on the 30-minute. Day by day. Talking it all out. Looking to hold below. I mean, 45 was the base of that. It's very close to that VWAP. Really? Hour? Yeah, 100%. But it's been one of those days where it's just there's opportunities. There obviously there were, right? We just didn't catch them properly. I'm still feeling like 55 is a flush point for me, and it looks like it wants to push below it. And then if it can push below 45, I'm well on my way down to 27. It'd be nice if like Afghanistan blew up, then the markets would just tank or something. We just nuked Afghanistan, and that would be up 10 grand, possibly. So like that's like those. That's why you have to use stop losses, right? Because at any moment in time, at any point during the day, ever, it could just shit could go wild. And the global markets are going to just do whatever they want. Is my face completely covered on that? Looks like it. That's cool. Nobody needs to see my ugly mug. Come on, hold below 55. Start coaching my trades. You know you want to break below. It's like a base, you know. See what we got going on in Discord. I don't know where my Discord went. We're talking on it. Come on, B. Just not gonna break down, huh? I mean, we're in this basing pattern in this NASDAQ that to me looks like it wants to break lower. Like it keeps coming to this 60, 62 where my average price is and selling off and selling off and selling off. I think we need one more I believe based on this chart pattern here, we are looking at a flush of 55. That'll be good. And then 44. There's another level down there. It just doesn't want to. Neither of them want to do anything. They're just in that range. And there's people that trade the shit out of these ranges, right? They'd take a short, and every time it hits off 87 short down to they'll take one or two ticks. Those people are trading 100 times a day. I can't be. Yeah. I don't think I could. I have the brain capacity for it, but I just don't have like the. That doesn't get me. Yeah, Yeah. No, I don't hate it. I mean, based on like these trades that I've been taking and how I passed and everything, I understand my strategy works. So like, I don't have the desire to come out here and flip, under 20. Like, there's a reason there's a 20-second rule. You have to hold winners longer than 20 seconds 50% of the time. That's one of the rules because they don't see scalping as a long-term profitable strategy, right? It is. There are people that can do it. Yeah. There are people who can do it, but it's just, is it viable long-term, right? Like, that's a long time to even what I'm doing right now, is it viable long term? Yes, it is. I know it can be. It's just a matter of catching the right moves at the right times. Like I've been just unlucky, I feel like, the last 2 weeks, and once that unluckiness wears off, as long as I'm staying in the game, I'm fine. But those scalpers are wild. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna get stopped. That 87 is the worst. Could that have been a false breakout? Probably not. I think it's going to push out from there, to be honest. I have my stop at a perfect spot, though, for the resistance, as far as that's concerned. But yeah. Talking it all out. Probably $1 million. Some people just killing it. Okay. Did you get stopped, or are you still in?
Stop filled.
Damn, fuck me, right? Just another $1,000 loss day. God damn it, I'm just crushing myself on little fucking loss. What was my I have I'm nope, I didn't take any profits. I just ended up. Oh, what was my unrealized? 450, I think it was, or 5. And there it goes down. My stop loss was perfectly set to lose that trade. Oh, $1,200 still in, but not by much. Trying not to lose this funded account, but I'm really trying hard to do it. Every day here, I'm grinding myself down. It's funny because it happens, but periods of drawdown suck. No. Oh, my sister has a dog. I know. Well, I should be done for the day. Once I start trading past 11, I really make stupid mistakes. So I'm gonna take it to 11 o'clock, and then unless I see something wild, I'm out. So that was a solid day of just catching loss after loss. Unfortunately, because I had that set 39. I only have a little bit of wiggle room left. I'm gonna go onto my Thinkorswim and I can do some looking over here. Just too choppy today. Forced in a couple trades, it just didn't work out. No, yeah. 100%. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, that was a great move, and then now it's just sitting up top, thinking about where it wants to go. At the top of that zone, basically between 74 and that all-time high. But really, these yellow lines. Gross. Gross. Sideways trading. Get you every time. See, instead, so just going back to it, reviewing it, it's going to flush down now. And I had my stop loss exactly to the tick where it was going to go and stop me out. Isn't that beautiful? Because now I'm basically back to break even. And then back up. So, looking back on these trades, securing profits as they go, like my strategy is usually letting things breathe a little bit and then trying to play it out. But maybe I'll come back at 2 o'clock if I feel frisky. But there it goes down to the downside now. You're still at basically break even. There it goes. It's flushing now. So it took me out. They whipped out that stop. And we'll see if it's either going to whip out the next bottom or if that was the actual sell-off. Yeah. That's based on the consistency today. PayPal. ISWH down a little bit today. There it goes, 52. See, I'm just frustrating myself with those stops. Yeah, run right through it. There it goes. See, like my oh man, how frustrating is that, huh? To the tick, getting stopped out, and then crushing down below to my flush point of 45, and then it's looking like it's gonna flush through and possibly get down to where I expected it to be, down 27-ish. We'll see. I doubt it at this point based on the up and down, but really frustrating with the trade management. Because, I mean, I had to, right? Stop out. Super frustrating day. Past few weeks. I think it's going to flush it. Nope, there it goes. It's given a shot. What I can do is take some winners on my personal account here. It is rejecting it. I would just move stops to break even for your sake, and then yeah, that's good patience, good trade management on your behalf there. That was frustrating right there, man. I've been yeah. Fuck man. It's every trade today. I had the analysis pegged and then I would just stop myself out just a little too quick. I think the difference between my funded at the moment and my combine is that I haven't been letting the trades breathe enough. You know, experience a little drawdown, get to a point, and then just let the trade do its thing. Because I mean, I had easily right at that. If I let that one go to 75, take profits at 75, you're looking at almost break even. And then this one, I'm in, right? If I get in again for the short, then you're looking positive on the day at that point. So right now we are consolidating, looking to break lower even possibly. So the S&P looks like it has the ability to go. If it, yeah. Yeah. There goes the NASDAQ. Selling like a mofo. That's funny, bro. That really kills me, huh? No, bro. Look at that. Look at that. That is real, really upsetting. Oh, man. This is real trading, people. If you're watching this recording, that's how the cookie crumbles. Because it almost got it, 31-ish. And now what? You're not going to chase that falling knife, right? Like, it's just you want to be able to trade tomorrow. You got to be able to suffer some of these losses before you can catch your good move. Like the other day, I caught that 10 minutes, $1,500. But then every other day, it's just I've been killing myself by 1,000 cuts. It's bad because you don't not this game. The name of this game isn't being right; it's making money, right? So, unfortunately, the analyses are playing out great. The execution, not so much, right? Because you're based on that. If I had left my stop above 70, like I thought, but like that pressure to the upside there looks like it's going to make it break above and rip up. So it's not like that disappointing to the point where you're like, it'll be worse to not be able to trade. Yep, yeah, that's all it is. Come back tomorrow. Dissatisfying. That's all you have to do. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I just This was the trade right here that would have had all that written on it, right? That's the one you catch. You just let it breathe a little bit. I can't. Yeah. That 27 is really where my targets were for this, so I would have been pretty close to holding it down to here. Very nice. It's funny too because I was looking to add a third contract also at the top of that range. And if it would have busted down below, I probably would have, and this would have been the move for the day. One contract? No, you gotta follow whatever the scaling plan is. So what'd you do? You're gonna do the 150,000. It's 3 contracts. Then if your profit is over 1,500, then it moves to 4 or 5, and then it'll tell you what you can trade. It'll like have like a little box. Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. Did you take profits at 81? Oh no, you didn't. It didn't get there yet. This is slowing down. And then now that's strong. Yeah, there you go. Here is 81. Fucking A, man. Alright. That head and shoulders played out pretty much on that NASDAQ too. Right where I expected it to be. Duty. I think this is a dead cat bounce. Pull back to the VWAP, around 45. Consolidate a little bit. Did you took out? Yeah. What were you at? What were you at when you hit 81? Yeah. I'm gonna sell off that view out there. Yeah. I'm gonna sell that on there. Yeah, that's all you want to do there, right? Yeah. Today definitely counts. That's a good idea. I'm gonna stay until 11 and then I'm gonna hop off. Go do some errands and I will. I'll set it up, figure it out, then I'll film it a little bit. Hopefully it'll help it out. Later, dude. Pretty unfortunate there. That one tick stopped me out. To be honest, I mean, if I had it above there, I probably would have ran up there too, so it's not a big deal. Need to see it reject that. Pushed right through that value zone. Consolidated, broke down. We're retesting it. So a break and hold up below that VWAP and potentially a reversal on the next candle or two. You could see that possibly being another short potential there down, because this box is going to be acting as rejections. Look to take it down to that low again. So that's at 45. Could have a sell stop below here and just see what happens there. Actually, really, technically, yeah, it's fine. That's a fine spot. Because if it does reject that box, 42 is a fair number there that likely is going to roll that over. This was a really nice spot to short. Was looking at that to be the top of that zone, at least take it down to here, but it ripped down pretty good. Going back to it.
Stop filled.
All right, we're in. As far as looking at this on the 5 minute here, it's really what I should have been focused on a bit here was these pullbacks. Cleared out most of that overnight inventory. Didn't get all the way to the top, but that's not terrible. trade do its thing.
Stop filled.
Yep. Okay, so here we go to the downside some more. Alrighty. I wanna kill a little time with you. Talking it all out. Need to get that volume bars back. 5 minutes. There we go. That's all that a lie will do. A pullback entry for my shot at 27, so I'm looking to take that shot to get to 27. Should be a nice little grab. Once I get to 27, then I'm gonna super tight trail the stops. little salt and lime will do. Just trying to lose my account here, huh?
Stop filled.
That's that. 3,600. I only have one loss tomorrow, basically. So we'll see how this goes. Until then, peace out.